Welcome to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today, the weekend before Christmas, getting everything all ready for the kids. I hope you've got big plans, and I'm glad that you are able to spend a little bit of time with me. You know, this show is all about real estate and finance, but we have a lot more fun than that. And I always like to make sure that my listeners are getting valuable information that's going to, I don't know, keep you informed as to what's going on in our industry, and even some things outside the industry. For instance, for all of you folks out there that don't know what to get for your spouse, I'm going to tell you it's going to be dangerous and it could be a little weird. But if you think you or your spouse may need a little bit of help with their weight loss, I joined a clinic called Age Rejuvenation. And I'm going to tell you something. I've been to a lot of different clinics in my days, and none of them worked like this. These guys are dialed in. They really do an extensive blood check and they dial in your medication. I'm down 72 pounds. 72 pounds. Even these commercials for Mounjaro and Ozempic, you're only at 25 to 40 pounds. Made a huge difference. Made a difference in my life, made a difference in my attitude, made a difference in my demeanor, made a difference in, everything. My knees feel better, my ankles feel better, my joints feel better, I'm more flexible. If you want to lose weight, or you have somebody that you care about that would like to lose some weight, I'm going to tell you this program works famously. But you got to call or text me because you'll get some huge discounts. I've had so much results with this clinic that they're giving all my clients discounts. I was at my doctor's office the other day getting a checkup, and my doctor like, oh my God, Bruce, I can't believe it's even the same person. And she wants me now to bring the flyers in for Age Rejuvenation so she can give them to her patients. So if you're interested, call or text 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009 for the Lone Ranger and ask me for my weight loss program. Type in lose 50 pounds now and I'll know exactly what you're looking for, and I'll get you connected with my friends at Age Rejuvenation. They've got locations throughout the Tampa area, Orlando, Winter Garden. So they are well suited to be able to help you. They can also help with like testosterone replacement. I think they're even moving in to the hydrolonic shots or stem cell injections for knees and joints. So they just do it all. And these guys are great and they're very reasonably priced, but I'll get you some additional discounts. Moving on, because that's out of the scope of what we do here. We had a rate drop by the Fed on Wednesday. And mortgage interest rates went to hell in a handbasket immediately. They did not like what inflation was doing. The market doesn't like what the Feds are doing. Even though they dropped the Fed rate, interest rates on mortgages literally skyrocketed. I mean, back into the 7s and 8%. And it's just absolutely insane. I don't know when we're actually going to see a break in this. But it's definitely going to slow down the refinance market because so many of you out there were waiting for interest rates to drop so you could lower your payments or eliminate PMI or do a cash out refinance. So if that is you and you would like to reduce your interest rate, let's just say you're north of 6%. You want to reduce your interest rate. I don't want you to refinance right now. I know I'm the only mortgage idiot around that tells his clients don't refinance right now because everybody's all after you to refinance. Don't do it. It's going to get better. Do I know when? No, I don't know when. It might be after the election. It might not be for another year. I don't know. But I don't think that interest rates are at a place to refinance, to drop your payments and drop your rate right now or eliminate PMI. On the other hand, if you're one of those that are in desperate need of debt consolidation because you just got in over your head, and listen, I know who you are. I'm talking to folks just like you every day, and you've got $800 car payments, $600 car payments, dental bills, credit cards up the yin yang, and yet you're sitting on a ton of equity in your home, it might be a good time to get the process started for debt consolidation. We can look at a home equity line of credit if that's better for you, but most of you, I want to just get rid of debt. Here's my goal for all of you. I want you all to go down the path that I went down. Now, let me digress. I was a train wreck. I'm still a bit of a train wreck. Okay. But I was a mess. I didn't manage my credit well. I overspent. I mean, shoot, when I was in my 20s, I even went through a bankruptcy. So, I mean, I just was totally irresponsible with my money. Totally irresponsible. I didn't properly save money. I didn't really have a game plan in place for my retirement until I finally got my act together. And probably most of it was when I met my wife, because she's straight as an arrow and keeps me in a lot better financial position. So I'm definitely the breadwinner. I make the money, but she helps me keep it. And we have a goal to become debt free when we retire, which is right around the corner for me. And I want to help all of you be in the same position. You don't want debt when you retire. You don't want debt when you retire. So if you have debt right now, but you also have equity in your home, I want to put you on my VIP wait list. And when interest rates drop to the target rate that we need to get for you, we will call you, we will lock in your rate, and we will go from there. In the meantime, go to webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. Whether you want debt consolidation or you're just trying to reduce your rate and payment. I'm not going to close anything right now. You're not going to get pressure on me for anything other than all your documents. I want your documents. Then we'll put you on the wait list. When it hits that target rate, we lock it, we close, we save you money. So that's what I want you to do. webringyouhome.com. So, yep, Fed announced the 1/4 point rate cut, and interest rates probably went up by 1/2 point in one day. I mean, it was just absolutely insane. We're already seeing interest rates in the 8s, 7s, and 8s. And we were dropping into the mid 6s. And, back in September, before the first Fed cut, we were at 6.25%. And we were hoping to drop into the 5s. And we've just gone the opposite direction. So I'm not quite sure what that holds for the future, but I do see that the economy is going to get much better. And I think that it's going to be a good time to refinance, but just not today. That's it. Just not today. So call me for any of your purchase or refinance needs, and we'll get you set up. We'll run the numbers, decide when is going to be the right time for you to pull the trigger. I'm always available. And here's the thing. I promise you all, you will never get a sales pitch for me to do another mortgage for anyone that is not in their best interest, period. My team is the same motivation. Okay. We don't want to ever have somebody call and go, you know what? He talked me into doing that loan and now I regret it. I don't want that to happen. And I won't let it happen. So if you want somebody you can truly count on, somebody that you can trust, then put me to the test. I don't believe in telling people, hey, trust me, because I think trust is the way you walk, not the way you talk. So you gotta show it. So you have to know me, and you have to understand me, and you have to be engaged with me and in relationship with me in order to know that you actually trust me. You want to trust somebody? Go to my YouTube page at Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger YouTube page, and subscribe for me right away, because all these shows are recorded on my YouTube page. And I'm just going to stand up for 1 second and show you my Hanukkah. I think it's Hanukkah Henry or Hanukkah Harvey ugly sweater. So we're doing our ugly sweater thing today. So let's just look at this. Okay. How do you like that? Now, normally I would be embarrassed, but at my age, I'm not getting embarrassed that much anymore. So go to my website, go to my YouTube page, subscribe, go to webringyouhome.com. Oh, by the way, are you interested in becoming an investor in real estate? Maybe you want to buy your first home, your 10th home, your 150th home. You want to know how to set yourself up for retirement so that you don't have to struggle with just getting the measly Social Security check that you're going to get if you even get it? Well, let me show you how to do that. So, as you know, I'm a 10th grade dropout. I quit school in the 10th grade. I never went back to school. My parents both passed when I was very young. I was orphaned. I had no food. I had couldn't feed my dog. Got a car and a motorcycle and a boat repossessed. I mean, I was a mess. Okay. So I get where people come from, but you have to make the change. So you need somebody that will help you make that change, but they can't do it for you. You have to do it yourself. I will help you. Then I understood that if I couldn't make a ton of money, there was no way I was going to retire with wealth. So I knew that buying real estate was going to do the job, because every time I saw somebody putting a bulk of money down on a house or having a lot of money in the bank, it was because they made money from equity in homes or businesses. So real estate's never going to be a bad investment. Now, don't get me wrong. You can't tell me that you bought a home in 2006 and you lost your shirt. Of course, the market dropped there, but those things are in the past and those problems don't exist anymore. There's prudent underwriting and loans. So if you want to become an investor or buy multiple properties, I'll show you how I can get you 5 properties, minimum down payment. You'll own 5 properties, and within 20 years of the day you buy the first one, all of them are paid for free and clear. Now, if you do the math and you buy a property now that's, say, $450,000 or $400,000, and it increases by 3 to 5% per year over the next 20 years, by the time you're ready to retire, you'll have between $3.5 and $4.5 million worth of real estate, producing you about $20,000 to $30,000 a month in rental income. And now you can retire with extreme wealth. And you can pass that generational wealth on to your heirs. What a great thing to do. And then for those of you that want to help somebody in your family become a homeowner, you can give them a gift. You can give them a gift of equity, or you can give them a gift of money. But there's a process for that, and you have to know what the process is. But if you want to help a family member out, don't leave them money when you die. Leave them real estate, or require them to buy real estate with the money you leave them, because then they'll build wealth even if they're not smart enough to do it themselves. It will happen organically. It'll happen automatically. So get into my Leapfrog class, January 22nd, live and in person, Winter Park, Florida, the Ale House on Lee Road. Register right now at webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. You go there, you register now. It's $25 per head to get in and $30 per couple. Now listen, I don't make any money off your $25. Trust me on that one. I'm buying food and drink for everybody. So that money costs just my overhead to do the show. It is, and it's not a show, it's a class. What am I talking about? But you don't get a sales pitch with me. You're going to get information to help you improve your life or the life of somebody that you care for. I'm going to show you the way to buy property, the way to negotiate, how to pick tenants, how to manage properties, how to be a good landlord, the type of properties to select, and the do's and don'ts, because I made plenty of mistakes and I'm going to keep you from making the same mistakes. So register now at webringyouhome.com. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger radio show. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back. Got a lot of things to cover. I want to cover a little bit more about rates and some dynamic programs that you're going to want to hear about that will improve your life or the life of somebody that you care about. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 5 minutes.